Hi there, this is Åstön with a new process video. Today I'm sharing a 2-page spread with photos from a small tour we made in the fall. We went just in the afternoon to a place called Åstön, which is an island connected to the mainland with a small bridge. And we went there just to have some picnic and take photos. I must admit that photos was the main reason for me, actually. It was a rather gloomy day, and the photos weren't just that awesome that I had dreamt of, but at least I got the coastline, and I also got the family freezing their butts off for me. But I got a mount camera at least, and I thought it was a really nice thing to go out and just get some air and see something that we hadn't seen in a while. So it was a nice thing to do. The leaves had already fallen at this time. We got the frost came really early in 2014, and everything is grey and the colors are muted, and since it was a cloudy day, I don't even have a blue sky, so the photos aren't very much to work with, but I wanted to get this event or this thing into our album. And I really love the sea, even though it is a fall day. So I choose, I think, 6 photos, and I will use pattern paper from the Studio Calico Wanderlust collection, which I really thought suited this theme very well. It even reminded me of the actual place, with the canal and the forest and the greyness of the cliffs. So it was a match made in heaven, I think. So, and these many of the papers from the Wanderlust collection isn't very easy to work with, really. I only bought that collection for one particular paper with symbols and icons that I really love. And that particular paper was so hard to use, so I don't think that I have even used it. So this collection is one that I just try to get rid of. Luckily for this collection, it has it's just single-sided, so the backside is white, so I can use it for all my different projects with white backgrounds, and those are many. On this double page spread, I will be using up almost an entire package of ephemera from American Crafts. This one is called Everyday, and if I had seen it in person, I wouldn't have bought it. So this was pretty much an opportunity to get rid of the whole thing. It is not based on white, and it's not based on cream either. It's based on some kind of beige, and it looks just boring. It's not even craft because it's glossy, and I think the shape is okay, but I really don't like the color. It's boring. And since the weather and the photos are rather boring in color, this was a rather good match after all. So the different shapes doesn't have much of a theme, so I could pretty much use them, all of them. A couple of banners, a couple of clouds, a couple of stars, and the jars, and some small words to go with that. So it's not a perfect match, but I don't think that I would have gotten a perfect match with those anyway. So I just layer them up and use pretty much everything from that collection, or that pack of embellishments. There were 20 as a total, and I think I used pretty much everything. The title will be Åstön, which is the place where we went, and I will write it in diesel brand from my quick cuts in black. The silhouettes of the islands and the cliffs and the forest in the background has a rather dark black or dark green to them, so I didn't think that black was too heavy for this layout. I pulled out a couple of wood veneers that I colored with my Pro Marker pens. I chose a warm grey color. I think it's number 2, and it worked really nice with this color scheme. I chose an anchor and a steering wheel and a key. The environment on this island is very much marine and nautical, with the old fisherman equipments and the houses and the boats and the coastline with the boathouse. So it's really suitable to use these marine icons. I'm stamping all over the page with a roller stamp from October Afternoon. It's travel themed, and I used Go See the World, or See the World I think it says, and it's almost a bit ironical because this is where we this is where we went when we went to see the world, and it was gloomy, grey and cold. But at least I got out of the house, and that's what was most important on this day. I had a rather large white blank space there below the title, and I used it to write my journaling and about how cold it was, and that I needed to go see the ocean. I am brought up by the coast, and it's important for me to see the coastline once in a while, to not go crazy from all the wood and just land. So it's close, so it's really nice to go there. And we have so many nice spots here where you can see the unbroken horizon, so it's something that I love doing. I wanted to give the page a bit more movement because it was very windy, and the wind was a big part of the experience of this day. So I decided to use really loose pieces of embroidery floss in grey and blue to create some almost like winds or wisps of clouds to place in a couple of different places on the page. On the middle cluster I tied a knot, and I think that knots in all kinds of shapes are really suitable for anything nautical and coast themed. So that went well with this page, I think. I have placed a couple of wood embellishments, cork embellishments all over the page as well, and I think cork is also very suitable for a coast layout. And I thought they were a bit too dark. I have stamped with black on cork and cut it out, and to give it, to tone down the black a bit, I just drew a white pen line all around the circle, the outer circle of those embellishments. And while I was having that white pen out, I started to draw other lines on the page as well. So I outlined the photos, and I drew a couple of lines to accent the title as well, where it was black on a dark color, and it gives a really nice effect. I do love my white pen. The one I use is from a company called Uniball. The pen is called Uniball Signo, and it's called Broad White. I love it. I need to have these, so I buy them in bulk. It's even possible to journal with them on black, and it looks really nice. So this is the finished 2-page spread with all the details and the die cuts from American Crafts. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you soon again. Take care. This is Åsa. Bye.